Okay, girls, so last video of tonight. So question 36. Question 36 is giving us this rule. Y equals 2x take away 3. So it says, question 1 says, complete the following statement. The rule describes a set of points so that the y coordinate of each point is 3 less than, so 3 less than twice x. So what we need to write here is twice x. And that's the first one. Then it says construct a table of values for whole numbers between -2 and 2. So this is basically saying just construct a table for x and y. So I'm going to do it here. X and y when x starts at -2. So it starts at -2 and it goes up to 2 for the whole numbers. We're not using decimals. So -2, what is the next whole number? -1. The next whole number, 0. Is 0 a whole number, girls? I hope you're all saying, yes, it is, Miss Ochoa. Then next whole number, 1. Next whole number, 2. And I stop there because that's what it's asking me. Now, let's find what y is going to be. I'm just going to black here so it looks different. Okay, so when x is -2, what is my rule? Okay, so when x is -2, so it's going to be -4, take away 3, -7. Okay, and then when x is -1, so this is -2, take away -3, is going to be -5. When x is 0, this goes away, so this one is -3. When x is 1, this becomes 2, take away 3, this is -1. And then when it's 2, it's going to be 4, take away 3, 1. Okay, good. We have our table. Then I think the next question says that we have to plot it. So we're going to plot these points. We can plot these points or we can use a rule. I'm going to write the rule just here so that I have it when I'm using it. So 2y equals 2x, take away 3. Good. And now we're going to plot it. And we can check with our table that what are we plotting is correct. So I know x is going to be going from -2 to 2 and y is going to go from -7 to 1. So if I draw this Cartesian plane here, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, and I'm going to put here my arrows. So this one is y, an arrow here, an arrow here, an arrow here, and this one is called x. Okay, and I'm going to make each two squares is going to be a number in x. So this one is going to be -1, -2. And this one is +1, and this one is +2. Gotcha. And down in y's, each square is going to be 1. Okay, so if I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can say that this one is -5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one is going to be -10. Okay, now let's start with, I'm going to start with this point, -2, -7. Okay, so, oh, what are you doing? Stop doing whatever you're doing. Stop. And erase. This became crazy. Good. So I'm going to start with -2 and -7. So -2, and then go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my starting point. Girls, this is making me so angry, you have no idea. Okay, good. So we know that these, we can look in our table, what is the difference between -7 and -5 is going to be +2. And this plus 2 relates to this 2 here that we have here. And what is this 2 telling us? That we have to move 1 to the side. Why 1? Because these numbers are consecutive. Yes, they are consecutive. And then we have to go up by 2. So I'm starting with this point and I'm going to follow those instructions. So I'm going to move 1 to the side and then 1, 2. And this is my next point. This point here. And then 1 to the side and 1, 2. And then 1 to the side and then 1, 2. And then 1 to the side and then 1, 2. And let's see, we're going to check our values to see if it works. So the first one, -2, -7, I started there. This one, I could see that is -1, -5, because it was annoying me with this negative here. Perfect. Then I have 0, -1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Then I have 1, -1, 1, -1. Perfect. And then I have 2, 1. Perfect. All the values work. And then I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to draw it with green. So start with this one, it goes up to this point. There we go. And it goes through all those points. Okay. And the next question is something that we haven't talked about. But it's good that you learn it. It's going to be good knowledge for you later on. So it's asking you about domain and range. No, first, before going into domain and range, it's saying, is this a linear pattern? So the answer is yes. I'm going to write it here. Yes, it is a linear pattern. And it says justifying your answer. So we have to say because it is a straight line. Beautiful. Okay, there you go. So that's that answer. Then it's asking us about domain and range. So domain means the values of x. And range are the values of y. So I'm saying, if the domain of this rule is between -2 and 2. So remember that before I said that we can extend this line forever and ever. So I can continue going with this line here, as long as I continue with the same pattern. And I can continue with this line down here, as long as I continue with the pattern. Good. But this doesn't look very straight, but if I had a ruler, like it would work perfectly to know exactly where where the line continues. But it's saying that you have to focus only between when the domain is between x between -2 and 2. So basically saying only focus on the green part of this line. Only the green part. So when x is between -2 and 2, what are the values of y? So the values of y, we have it here in our table. The values of y will be between -7 and 1, but we can also see it here that our values of y goes between -7, agree that that's this point, and 1. So these are the values that are going to be our range. So how do we write that down? We say y is going to be between -7 and 1. And that's that answer. Okay, girls, I hope you find all these videos useful. Take care. See you Monday.